annual Winter Festival has opened in the northern city of Sapporo, Hokkaido, attracting crowds of tourists from across the nation. The 65th Snow Festival is displaying about 200 snow and ice works at 3 locations in the city. Recently, an opening ceremony was held at the event's main location, Odori Park. Among the sculpture works are Japanese athletes who are competing in the Sochi Winter Olympics in Russia, which start this weekend, and historic architecture in Asian countries. One visitor from Kyushu, Western Japan, said the temperature is cold, but she's impressed with how beautiful and detailed the sculptures were. Illuminations and video mapping will light up the snow and ice works at night. A 2-week exhibition is opened in the Saudi Arabian city of Riyadh to introduce Japanese fashion and food products. The Japan External Trade Organization, or JETRO, is sponsoring the exhibition and sale. About 30 fashion brands are participating. Women lined up to savor Japanese-style crepes at stalls run by a Tokyo-based company. The thin pancakes have fillings of sweet bean paste, fruit and other ingredients. Customers liked the delicate taste and presentation. One woman said the decorations and wrappings looked pretty. The Japanese crepe shop president said at first he was worried if consumers in the Middle East would like the sweet taste. He had little information about their food preferences. He said he's now confident the business can make inroads into the market. Japanese fashion houses also hope to do more business in Saudi Arabia. Saudi women adhere to Islamic custom and wear long cloaks in public, but beneath the cloaks they enjoy wearing fashionable clothing. Elephants at a zoo in Yokohama have received specialized bread from elementary school children as early Valentine gifts. Zoo officials planned the event. The students decorated heart-shaped breads with fruit and vegetables and gave them to 3 elephants. The sticks used for the decoration are bamboo branches, which elephants like to eat. One student said she was impressed by the elephants eating the gifts skillfully using their trunks. A traditional dango uncooked rice dough throwing event was held at a shrine near Tokyo, wishing for good health and bumper crops. The annual event takes place at Kasuga Shrine in Saitama Prefecture, neighboring Tokyo. About 20 shrine parishioners had made small pieces of dango and placed them in front of the altar. The Shinto priest then held a ritual to drive evil spirits from the dango before the event opened. The festival began with a signal of drums. The parishioners then threw the pieces of dango toward the participants, who grabbed them competitively. One participant said he will clean the dango and grill them to eat with his family. He said he hopes they will bring good fortune and happiness. Luxury international car makers including Jaguar, Audi and Mercedes-Benz are showing off their latest models, concepts and technological innovation at India's Auto Expo. According to the show's organizers, almost 70 cars from leading automakers will be unveiled at the annual event. Here at the 12th edition of India's Auto Expo in Greater Noida in the outskirts of Delhi, both Indian and international car makers are showcasing their latest models, concepts and technology variants. As one of the largest shows in Asia, the Auto Expo has thousands of car enthusiasts visiting to catch a glimpse of the latest 4-wheeled models. They include a range of luxury cars built to satisfy the country's growing pool of super-rich motoring enthusiasts. Jaguar Land Rover are showcasing several new SUVs, including this long-wheelbase Range Rover, the upgraded 2014 Discovery, and a new Range Rover Evoque, equipped with a host of new technologies. The company is yet to announce prices for the newly launched vehicles, but that hasn't stopped businessman Akhil Bagga from visiting the JLR pavilion to choose his next vehicle.
It's a nice visit for all the cars, you get all the kind of cars over here. You can get a good exposure for the car technologies. So it's the best option to come over here and search for the best car.
Anxious to buy the latest models, India's growing middle class has helped fuel a booming auto industry over the last decade. Also on display at the Auto Expo is Project 7, a single-seater all-aluminium bodied roadster, and this new F-Type coupe sports car. Jaguar Land Rover is owned by Tata Motors, India's largest automobile company, with consolidated revenues of approximately $34.7 billion USD in 2012 to 2013. The company said that when it comes to luxury cars, the US, Germany and India are the top markets. Elsewhere at the Auto Expo, car giant Audi are showcasing their e-tron Quattro race car and their new A3 sedan. The company expects the A3 to do well and plans to introduce it in the Indian market soon. Prices will be announced when the vehicle is officially launched. Director of Audi India, Joe King, says consumers here in India are discerning type of car buyers.
My initial feeling is that the consumers are very, very aspirational, very, very optimistic. We see a huge potential, for example, with our A3 sedan. It's core to our business that we bring the right products.
German car maker BMW are unveiling 4 new cars here at the Auto Expo, including the BMW i8, a hybrid sports car which was first seen in the action film Mission Impossible 4. The i8's hybrid system combines an electric motor with a petrol engine. The vehicle also boasts e-drive, BMW's new technology, which means the battery can be charged from any main socket or while driving. The i8 is expected to be launched in India by the end of 2014. Other models BMW are launching are the all-new BMW 3 Series Gran Turismo, priced at approximately $70,000, the all-new X5 and the M6 Grand Coupe. Not to be outdone by luxury car makers Mini, the premium brand launched in India by BMW in 2012, is displaying various new models including the Mini Hatch, Mini Convertible and the Mini Countryman. Car enthusiast Mukesh Bansali says it's hard not to love the Mini Hatch.
It's like a girlfriend actually. This is something like, it's a rock solid small car which gives you a premium look, and it has ultimate interiors here. You just see the retro look is there, so that is the reason. And secondly, it has 184 bhp, so that's a rock solid thing about this car.
This year at the Auto Expo, Mercedes-Benz announced a CLA compact luxury sedan, a new S-Class as well as the GLA compact SUV, all of which are expected to arrive on the Indian markets later in the year. The launch of the GLA, Mercedes-Benz are thought to be aiming to compete with the BMW X1. With the recent slowdown in the Indian economy, falling values of the rupee, plus high interest rates and more taxes, automobile sales have been under pressure over the last few years. Around 80% of cars sold in India have price tags of under 8,000 USD. But global manufacturers are optimistic. They say with an expanding middle class and growing urbanization, there are long-term prospects for growth in the Indian market. Iranian athletes have bagged 3 gold out of 4 gold medals up for grabs at the first day of the 24th Takhti International Wrestling Cup in Tehran. Mehsan Nasiri scored the first gold medal of the tournament for Iran when he hammered a Georgian opponent in the final match of the 65kg category. Iran's other participant Farzad Kolivan shared the bronze medal with a Kazakh wrestler. The gold medal of the 57kg weight class went to a contender from North Korea. Reza Afzali stood top on the all-Iranian podium of the 74kg class, and Hamid Talibi clinched the gold medal of the 97kg category. As many as 15 teams have taken part in the 34th International Takhti Cup freestyle wrestling contest in Tehran's Azadi Gymnasium on February 6th to the 7th. Freestyle wrestling teams from Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, Tunisia, Hungary, Georgia, Japan, North Korea, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Turkey, Romania and Armenia also took part in the event. The country entered a new era of technology as the show was launched at Lal Bagh Fort, an archaeological site in the capital. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina formally inaugurated the show through a function, expressing the hope that it would be a new attraction for the visitors and tourists coming to the historic Lal Bagh Fort. Sheikh Hasina said Lal Bagh Fort, an incomplete 17th century Mughal fort complex in Dhaka, is a unique evidence of Bangladesh history and tradition. She said her government during its tenure from 1996 to 2001 had undertaken a scheme to project the glorious history and unique architectural view of the fort. The Prime Minister said her government considers the country's history, archaeology, heritage and culture with utmost importance. She said Bangladesh is a prosperous country from the sides of history and heritage. The construction of Lal Bagh Fort began in 1678 by Mughal Prince Muhammad Azam Shah, son of Emperor Aurangzeb, who later became emperor himself. His successor, Shaista Khan, however, did not continue the work. China officially opened Taishan Station, the country's 4th Antarctic research base, on February 8th. 28-member construction team opened the station with a national flag-raising ceremony. The project was completed after 45 days' effort. Taishan Station is located between the existing Zhongshan and Kunlun stations at an altitude of 2,621 meters above sea level. Equipped with an airstrip for fixed-wing aircraft, Taishan can accommodate up to 20 people during the Antarctic summer season for studies on geology, glaciers, geomagnetism, and atmospheric conditions. China concluded its first independent Antarctic expedition in 1984. 1 year later, the country's first research base in the continent, the Great Wall Station, was opened. Taishan Station is expected to be in service for the next 15 years. More than 20,000 handmade lanterns lit up the city of Xinjiang in northern China's Liaoning province on February 8th as part of a traditional show. The city's Grand Lantern Show reopened this year after a 10-year absence. Many of the lanterns featured horse designs in honor of the Chinese New Year of the Horse. The largest lantern is called Wan Ma Benteng, which means thousands of horses roaring and galloping. It measures 45 meters tall and 15 meters wide. The designer even blended sound effects, colorful lights, paper cutting, and shadow puppets into the lantern. In Siping Street, where the lantern show began to be held almost 400 years ago, designers put up an 8-meter tall trotting horse lamp. The lantern was made by traditional carved wood, and the image on the lantern was drawn by an 84-year-old designer. Shenyang has long been known for its history. In 1625, the first emperor of the Qing dynasty, 1636 to 1912, moved the capital to here and renamed it Xinjing, a sacred capital.